So today we are at Perfect Day at Cococay. It's the last day before we head back to Port Canaveral. This is Royal Caribbean's private island. They spent a ton of money making this place look brand new. It used to be just a island, just a rock with inflatable stuff in the water, like slides, and that was about it. This is, in my opinion, and most other people's opinions, the best private island in the Caribbean for a cruise line. They have these shuttles that will pick you up from the ship and take you to various spots of the island. It runs every 15 minutes, approximately, from the ship. If you don't want to walk, it is not a far walk, but it's not a close walk either down the pier. Up to 2 royal ships can be docked at one time. Typically the ships get here sometime between 7 and 9 a.m. and they leave between 4 and 5, but sometimes there's a couple of exceptions to that. I'm not sure why Royal doesn't stay here longer. I know when Cococay, when they went to Cococay right after COVID ended, some ships stayed real late and they launched fireworks off the island on 4th of July. And they streamed it on their YouTube and their Instagram and all that good stuff, their Facebook. And beside Cococay is NCL's private island, Great Stirrup Cay, I believe is what it's called. I've never actually been there. And wow, up and away is running the hot air balloon. I have never seen that thing actually be working, because typically they say it's too windy. I'm here almost every month, or at least once a month, sometimes twice a month, and I've never seen that thing going, because it's very picky about the wind conditions for it. Hello. You can do all sorts of various things here, from the water park. Devil's Peak, tallest water slide in the Caribbean, I believe North America still. There's a wave pool in there. They have jet skis. You can go in the hot air balloon. There's private cabanas you can rent. There's cabanas there in the ocean with water slides. There's some on the beach. So kind of like a little Bora Bora for the ones in the ocean. And all that stuff, typically it does cost additional money. The water park can be very crowded as well. Highly suggested you go in the morning or right before the all aboard time if you don't want to wait in line. But there's one ship here that shouldn't be too bad, and the price on the water park can vary. I've seen as low as $50 a day per person. I've seen as high as $150. It typically depends on the ship you're going on. The newer and bigger ship, the more expensive it'll be. So the smaller ships are better for a cheaper water park, and the time of year matters too. If you're in a busy tourist season, it'll cost more as well. The cheapest I ever went on it was on the Navigator, which is a Voyager class ship, in early December. And it was like $55 a day per person. And it was fun. The water was cold, but it was fun. Nice little pirate ship there. Captain Jack's where you get some food at. And the private island is an extension of the ship, basically. So the same rules on the ship typically apply to the private island. The towel method works the same. There's towel stations set up. Do the same thing with your sea pass card. Split your towels. You can return the towels on the ship as well. Your beverage package works on the island as well. The Wi-Fi works on the island. The Wi-Fi is pretty good at Cococay. There's a couple dead spots, but overall it's pretty good. You got zip lining to do. The zip lining is super expensive for what it is. Unless if you just got some money to kill or you really want to zip line, I would advise against it. It's fun. It's just crazy expensive. It's like 2 minutes long and it's over $100. Got little shops, and a lot of the merchandise at Cococay you can only get at Cococay. Here's Flashaway Bay. Nice little kid area. And the water park, typically, I've heard this is true, I've done it once myself, if within the last hour before the ships leave, normally you just kind of walk into the water park. They really don't check. May not work every time, but it works. Every time I've done it one time, I've seen other people do it. Typically works pretty well because they don't check for anything once you're in the water park. Your water park ticket gets scanned on your C-Pass and you walk on in. But the last hour, they typically aren't checking. So the same similar type food that they have on the ship in the buffet area, and that is also included with your visit to Cococay. There's no money spent on that. There is a secret menu though. So we're going to go to the Coco Beach Club, South Beach, up and away, and that whole area over here, just to give you guys a tour of it. It is a lot of walking, if we're being honest, but you can take the tram if you don't want to walk. I don't mind walking. Just work in a theme park, so I'm used to walking. All these little signs telling you where to go. There also are maps available if you would like a map to know where you're going. They do hand maps out. Nice hot air balloon. And I would pre-book every excursion you want to do because these things do sell out. The water park really doesn't. Everything else hot up and away, the jet skis, all that typically sells out. It's cheaper if you pre-book it compared to doing it on the island or on the ship. There are shore excursion booths on Cococay where you can book shore excursions. There's lockers all over the place. So plenty of storage over here. And your C-Pass card does everything, so make sure you bring that with you. Plenty of space here to do whatever you want to do. I typically walk around and play Pokemon Go. There are Pokestops and gyms, so I kind of just play Pokemon Go. Because I'm cheap and I don't want to pay for an excursion, to be honest. And up and away is the only one I really want to do, and it's always not running, except for today. And I didn't pre-book it, so it sold out. That's how it normally goes. And you can see the water park from here and the ship. So we're going to go over to South Beach. They're building more stuff on Cococay too. They haven't disclosed what it is. There are rumors it's going to be an adult area beach, but nothing's confirmed that yet. But you can see like the whole right side of it from the island. They're doing something over there. So here's the way to South Beach. More water park. There's a ton of slides in the water park. All sorts of stuff to do in there. It's worth it. If you want to spend the money on it, it's definitely worth it. It's fun. I've done it. There are some crew members that live on this island, and then a lot of the crew members will come off the ship and work their jobs on the island, like the bartenders. They'll leave the ship and come over here and do the same thing over here, merchandise shops, etc. And also some local Bohemian workers will come over here as well. Like they do have some shacks set up and they sell some stuff, like custom stuff that they make, Bahama related stuff. And you do need cash for that. So if you're trying to buy any of that local stuff, your C-Pass card will not work. This is typically a pretty quiet part of the island over here because no one really goes over here. And there's plenty of beach chairs. Don't ever be concerned about getting a beach chair somewhere. About thousands of them all over here. They have bars set up everywhere. Basketball courts. They have basically a combination of pool and soccer mixed together too. We play pool with a soccer ball and you kick it. See if I can find one of those. I know they exist here. You got some rules to follow. Not sure how well they're enforced. And you go over here, you can see those cabanas that I was talking about. Those can get very expensive. I've seen them get up to over $1,000 per cabana, but you can split it with up to 6 people. So it's not that bad when you think about it. Those come with your own, you have like your own personal assistant that brings you anything you need. There's a bar out there right there. So you got a bar in the ocean. You have all the cabanas lined up out here and there's more over there. You can do have snorkeling set up over here so you can do a snorkeling thing. All sorts of neat stuff you can do. There's plenty to do here. That's the one good thing about Cococay. They did a really good job with it. I mean, I'm here at least once a month, almost twice a month, and I don't get bored, and I just play Pokemon Go. There's a towel station right there. They got a bunch of towel stations set up. There's one in the water park. There's one over in Chill Island. I believe each beach has access to one. So we will head over to the Oasis Lagoon, which is the pool. So it's a large, absolutely massive, completely freshwater pool. It has a swim up bar in it. It's entirely free. Comes with coming to the island. There's no fees involved. Your drink package works there. It can get incredibly busy and crowded, especially during like 11 to 2-ish. It can be very busy, like really, really busy. I will say that is one spot where the chairs do fill up pretty quickly. And sometimes you just can't even get in the pool, and the pool's massive because it's so busy. If there's 2 ships here and one's an Oasis class ship, yeah. There's the tram. Yeah, the freshwater pool, they got DJs out there. So if you like the party atmosphere, that's where it is. The party atmosphere is there. Oh, the hot air balloon. I didn't know there was a cage kind of around it. Guess that's a good thing. And the pool does close an hour before the last ship's all aboard time. They do not tell you that anywhere. I don't know why they don't tell you that. I don't know why it closes early, but it does. And it's the most popular thing here. They should really communicate that. So if you're planning to go to the pool and you see it's really crowded and you decide I want to come back right before we leave, bad idea. You won't be able to get in. Also, that changes. And as of a month ago, that was still the case. Yeah, the pool's real nice. It's got a nice bridge over there. The bar's there, towel stations. Very nice area. And it's nice to have a pool that's actually all freshwater, because the pool's on the ship. They ain't entirely freshwater. Don't open your eyes in those pools. Bad idea. If you go underwater, do not do it. This would be just like a pool at your local pool that you would have back home. Very nice. Very, very nice pool. And there's a bunch of chairs here, but I have seen them get full before. Just because when there's 2 ships here, this is the most popular area on the island. And it does turn into a major party atmosphere, typically in the lunchtime-ish. So here's the pool. This is the start of it. You got nice fountains set up. There's the bridge. There's the pool bar to the right of the bridge. You got chairs in the pool. They're kind of a fixture in there. We'll go all the way around. It goes all the way around here. Got your lifeguards. The Cabana Concierge is right over there. If you have the private cabana, that's what you get access to. I've never had it, so I couldn't tell you about it.
Morning.
Hello. How are you?
Good, sir. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too. They got water right over there. You can get some water. Back to the pool.
That's Slick Willie move, yeah.
That's Slick Willie move.
The thing I like about the pool, there's a lot of shaded areas from the trees that they have. They did a good job with that. So you want to go in the pool and have the sun beam down on you. Nice shaded areas. And there's a bench back there. You got this area over here, like a bar top in the pool. The Cabana Beach Club is also a Pokemon gym in Pokemon Go, if you're curious. Goes all the way around here. Like, this pool's massive. There's the bar, the pool bar. There's a swim up bar on one side and a walk up bar on the other. SeaPass card works here. This will get incredibly crowded as well. I've seen this bar get absolutely packed. And they did a good job with it again. Really good job. It's a huge size bar, but it gets very crowded. We'll go over to the bridge. And the pool is still going under the bridge and all the way around that plant, those trees right there. Which is the plant plural. So that's the Oasis Lagoon, that's what it's called. Super nice pool, super nice. I know people who book cruises just to go to Cococay and just sit at the pool all day. They sit at the pool and drink. They don't do anything else while they're here. And they love it. They look forward to it. That's the highlight of their cruise. I'm going to show you guys this beach over here. Got a sign for Oasis Lagoon, beanbag chairs. I guess a very relaxing island. You want a day to relax? It's going to be hard to find a better place to relax than this one. You got a bar, you got volleyball. There's the soccer pool thing I was talking about. It's basically pool, but you kick the ball instead. So, kind of like soccer. They're soccer balls. You got your juice set up here. You got your snack bar. You got all the chairs in the world you would ever need. You got some more of those cabanas there on the beach. These are rentable right over here. You got lifeguards out there, jet skis. There's all the jet skis over there. And if the up and away is running, but the jet skis will be running. A lot of the time the jet skis won't run either because of the weather conditions making the water too rough. And they are very overcautious with that, with Royal Caribbean. You get the seagulls. Super nice area. Super, super nice. There's plenty of food stations, bars, all sorts of plenty of stuff to do here. And there are some cruise itineraries that have 2 stops at Cococay because it's so popular. That was the thing. I don't know if they're still doing it. I know they used to do it. I think they still do it. But 2 stops at Cococay because of how much people like this place. They did a very good job with it. Before, Cococay really was nothing special. A lot of people didn't even bother getting off the ship before they did all this. I would get off and walk around for about 20 minutes and then come back. And you had to tender, which is awful. So they got rid of the tendering and built a dock, which everyone should be thankful for. So I don't know how many of you guys have been on tender boats before. It's terrible. It takes forever. Thank God we don't have to do that anymore. Oh, it was an island library. That's actually the first time I noticed that. That's kind of cool. All right, there's another place to eat up here. And there are secret menus. I've never actually had, I typically have never eaten here on this island before. I'm not sure why, I just never have. Oh, I hear the roosters and the chickens. There they are. Oh, they got little babies. Now, I will say, since they redid the island, I have seen less chickens on here. There used to be tons of them. A lot of the Bahamian islands have chickens on them. A lot of the Caribbean islands do. Got hammocks set up. There are hammocks all over this island as well. I kind of just relax in the hammock and play Pokemon Go. There's a spot that has 3 Pokestops in the shade and a hammock there, and I kind of will just hang out there and spin the Pokestops and catch the little creatures until I get bored. There's the shore excursion booth straight ahead. You can book all your shore excursions on the ship as well and on the cruise planner. I suggest not booking them on the island because they do fill up super quick. Got restrooms. There's restrooms all over the ship. They do a really good job at cleaning them too. If that's one thing that concerns you about it, they do a very good job with keeping up with the cleanliness of them. Got old school bus over there. It's a bar, I believe. This is Chill Island, and it's definitely chill. There's a bar right there. There's bars all over this place, kind of like the ship. I think our all aboard time's at 4:30 today. I know I got all aboard time at 5 in August on the sailing here, which is kind of weird because I've never been here that late. You know, it's only 30 minutes longer, but I've still never been here that late. Got all the jet skis. Yeah, nice bar looking the ocean views. And they do have like netting in the ocean. You can only allowed to swim out so far. They got kayaks. I mean, any form of beach activity, chances are they have it. I know at one point they had parasailing. I haven't seen it on the cruise planner in a while, so I don't know if they still do. But at one point they did. Because I've done it at Cococay before. I know pre-Perfect Day where they did all the water slides, they had parasailing. And I think they still do. But I haven't seen it on the cruise planner, so maybe they don't. I'll have to look into that. And I've actually seen sharks in this water. When they redid everything, there were some sharks in the water. That's kind of cool. But I think now the netting they have surrounding it keeps all that stuff out. You got the Chill Grill, another tram station. There's a bunch of tram stations that go to literally every spot on the island you could ever want to go to. If you hate walking, take that tram. And they're pretty consistent with their times. I don't mind walking, but I know a lot of people do. You're on vacation, you don't want to walk around forever, and it's a big island. And it's only going to get bigger when they finish all the other stuff. There's up and away, way up there. If you guys haven't considered subscribing, please go for it. I would greatly appreciate it. It doesn't cost you anything. If you want to turn that notification bell off, you can. I hate notifications myself, so like people I'm subscribed to, I don't turn the notification bell on. And this is the local shop area where the Bohemian citizens will, I guess they lease the space. I'm not real sure how that works. These are the cash-only shops, so your City Pass card does not work. It's a bunch of t-shirts and keychains, magnets. It's called Straw Market. You got more beaches and chairs set up over here. Like, it's massive with all the chairs and everything. You should never, like, not see a chair available. I've been here when there's been 2 Oasis class ships, an Oasis and a Quantum class, and I've seen plenty of chairs available, so don't stress over that. Some people really stress over the chairs. They got t-shirts and all sorts of stuff for sale over here. The Wacky Seagull. They got a station where you can rent floating mats. Right there. I'm not sure the cost on that. It may be included. I doubt it's a cruise line. Highly doubt anything's included like that. Divers in scuba diving stuff. If you're certified, you can go scuba diving. And they may teach the courses here too. I know they do on some cruise ships and some itineraries. They have PADI certification. Not all of them. It depends on the length of the cruise and the size of the cruise ship. I know Freedom class and above, they all have the PADI stuff on there. Depending on the length of the cruise is whether or not you can get the certification for it done. I want to say it's like $500 a person. That's what it used to be. I don't know if it's dropped or gone up, because I was looking into it at one point. It was around 500, which I know that's pretty good. Here's the hammocks. This is where all the Pokestops are that I kind of hang out at. So you Pokemon Go players, you can catch some little critters out here. It's a nice shaded area. It's quiet. That's what I'm doing when I get done with this tour, is go play some Pokemon Go's. And the Wi-Fi works really well. There is one spot up here I can tell you the Wi-Fi typically has problems, for me at least. I don't know if that's a problem for anybody else, but for me it does. Yeah, it's on the bridge. I guess that's it. Seems like it's where it loses the connection to a router and tries to pick up another one. But other than that, the Wi-Fi is pretty solid.
Oh, look at the hammocks.
It works a lot better than most of the cruise ship Wi-Fi does. Which I know isn't saying much, because Royal's Wi-Fi has been terrible recently. So here's the bridge. A lot of people get pictures out here because it's a great view of the ships. So a funny thing, when you had a tender out here before they built the dock, that right there was where the tender boats let off at, as well as the one over here. So you would tender to these little docks, or whatever you want to call those, and that's where you would get onto Cococay. Here's another beach over here. Nice little fountain. You go swimming in there. So yeah, that's where the tenders used to happen, that dock there. And the one over there, that's where you would get off from tendering. They had it built out farther and you would get off and walk across the island. I will say I have seen less wildlife here since they redid the Cococay, redoing everything. I've been less wildlife. But for me, I like the wildlife. There used to be lizards all over the place, chickens all over the place. You see way more fish.
This is just,
Got some more food over there. That's Captain Jack's. If we walk straight up here, this will take us to right where we started. See the pirate ship right there. Alright guys, that basically wraps the tour. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. I'm sure I messed up some information, because it's what I do. Leave it in the comment section below. If you want to get into arguing with me on YouTube, I like to argue, so we can do that too. Doesn't have to be about cruise ship. Just throw something out there you think is controversial. And if I think it's okay to argue with, I'll argue. I'm not going to get into anything political, because that's just not good. But you know, argue over stuff, go for it. If you're bored, I'll respond. Thanks for subscribing, guys. If you haven't, please consider. And leave a like, that would be awesome. And that wraps up our tour at Perfect Get Cococay. Or Cococay. The Bohemians call it Cococay. Everyone else calls it Cococay. So, alright guys, thanks for watching. Thank you.